Your mind is so powerful that your body doesn't even really know the difference between a real life experience and a completely imagined one. And we know this because we can close our eyes and imagine biting into a lemon, and we will salivate. Our body will have an actual visceral reaction just from the idea of biting into a lemon. And that is what this meditation is all about. Hello, my name is McKay, and welcome to another Monday meditation. And today we're going to be doing a meditation called Tuning into New Potentials, where we are going to feel into the feeling flavor of a future possibility that doesn't quite yet exist. Very excited. This is one of my favorite meditations that I do regularly. It's inspired by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and it has helped me manifest a lot of beautiful things in my life. So I can't wait to share it here with you. Settle down. Get yourself comfortable. You can be sitting or lying down, however you like to be. The more comfortable you can be, the better. We want to get you as relaxed as we possibly can during this process so you can fully receive and simply play with your imagination in this moment, okay? Seated or lying down. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. And we're going to simply start by just releasing any resistance that might be present physically and mentally and emotionally here in the body by first landing here and being very honest and open about where we're at right now. So we're just going to take a few deep breaths at your own pace, at whatever depth you like. I am here guiding you through each step of this. Notice the points where there is tension, and you can lovingly, compassionately remind yourself that this is a moment where you can fully relax. You are safe to do so. And even if you don't experience any tension relief, that is completely okay. Whatever can relax right now is allowed to. And just simply witness what takes place when you invite your whole body, from your fingers, toes, head, neck, shoulders. You can always move around a little bit to signify the release of any tension. Notice your minds too, what might be coming up right now as we're beginning this more internal meditative process. Any things that might be on your mind that need to be done or should be done, need to still be done. Take a moment to put those to the side and commit to this little exploration here together. Now, I want you to think about something you want. What is something that you don't quite yet have in your current life that you'd like to? You think that in the possession of this thing or this experience, person in your life, having that would make your life more fulfilling, more rich, more relaxing, more blissful, exciting. Anything. It can really be anything. Bring one specific thing into your mind's eye. And usually something comes up when you first ask yourself that question of, what would I like to have right now? What is something I don't have right now that I wish I did? Yeah? So once you have that in your mind's eye, note that. And at the end of this meditation, drop it in the comments. But we're still in the process, right? So think about what it is that you want. And ask yourself, why? Why do I want this? What is it about this that would make my life more fulfilling, more pleasurable, more deep, more exciting, more worthwhile. Yeah? And try to come up with more than just one reason. Sometimes that question alone can begin to either bring us closer to where we want to be or further away. So you might notice in your body resistance. So just recognize what's happening inside of you internally as I plop this question in your mind. Does it feel like thinking about the why brings you closer to it? Or is there a resistance and somewhat of a doubt? There's no right or wrong here. There's just an awareness of what's happening inside of you as these questions are presented, right? And just breathe into whatever comes up for your why. Why do I want this? And another question I would like to ask you is, if I were to have this, how would my life change? Say I got it today. And we're moving into the feeling flavor of this now. Embodying ourselves into, say, a snap of a finger, a moment like this, and you are transported into a new reality where that thing that you want has happened. That thing that you want is now yours. That thing that you want has become a reality, an everyday thing for you. What looks different in your life now compared to what it might look like at the moment? What has changed? Use your beautiful brain. Use your imagination to its fullest, highest capacity, and let your heart beat in this process as well. What would change? How different would you feel when you wake up in the morning with this? How would your morning process look different? What would your schedule look like? What kind of emotions are you experiencing more regularly as a result of having this in your life? What kinds of things are you doing? What kinds of things do you have more time for? Now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the actual feeling flavor of this by just simply asking, similar to what I asked before, what kind of emotions? What kinds of things would I feel as a result, emotionally, as a result of having this thing that I want? Get specific. Different things that we want can bring about different emotions, right? So just finding the specific way at which having this would make you genuinely feel. And you don't need to feel that at the moment. You can just point out that that is how you would feel. Sometimes it doesn't have to be an emotion either. It could just be something like, it would make me feel like freedom. It would give me a sense of a deep exhale, right? A relaxation, an experience. It would give me this belief that I can have what I want, right? So just play with that. And now we're going to see how much of this we really can internalize and take in. And once again, it's totally okay if you don't have the capacity to conjure up these feelings inside of you in the present moment, but I will let you know that that eventually is the key to manifesting. It's the key to turning something into nothing into your life, really, is to become a magnet, an emotional and mental magnet to what it is that you want, as if you were experiencing it in real time, right? It's the same thing with the lemon. When your body truly believes that it's in the experience, having that experience, we actually become an energetic, tuned match to the experience, regardless of whether or not we've really actually even physically done anything different in our life quite yet. We are energetically preparing ourselves to become matches to the right people, the right things, the right circumstances, by simply just allowing ourselves in our body and our mind to fully receive mentally and emotionally the things that we want, instead of having this internal resistance. That is what prevents us from ever being able to experience it. So play with me here. And it doesn't need to be perfect. This is why we return to this, right? To build this muscle. And you will get there. I promise. I believe in you. Feel into it. Ask yourself, to what degree can I allow myself to, in this moment, feel what it would feel like in this moment to have exactly what I want? What would be the first feeling? Can I feel that in my heart now? Can I celebrate the manifestation of this thing before there's even any tangible external evidence of it being there? Just the simple knowing that it's mine, and there's a reason I want it too, because it would make my life better, and not just my life, but the lives of everyone who gets to be a part of my life better as well. What would it feel like? How would my body move? How would I talk? What emotions would come up? What ways would I be different around other people? How would I show up? Just notice how much in this moment you can really allow yourself to embody this potential. Out of all the infinite potentials, you do have the power to consciously tune into one specific potential and choose it. This is where I want to take my focus and my energy, in the direction of this new potential, energetically, for the remainder of our time. Take this as an opportunity to really play with your imagination, play with your capacity to visualize, to mentally and emotionally prepare your mind and body for receiving something that you know you want. You know you want it, so let yourself truly make space for some of the what can be very large and intense emotions that would come as a result of actually having something that you know you deeply want, right? Open that space. Allow yourself to sort of have this energy of truly receiving it for the first time, energetically, of yes, this is mine, I claim it, this is what I want, and I deserve it. I'm worthy to have this. Yes, yes you are. Let yourself receive it. And if you find your mind wandering, you can just continue to return to the question, how would I walk? How would I talk? What would be different if my wildest dream, the thing I want most in the world, were true in this moment? What would I feel? Can I feel that now? Excellent. Regardless of what happened here in this space, I'd like you to place your hand on your heart, either one hand or both hands, and rest here. Feel your heart beating. Know that there's always a reason for why we want the things that we want, and if they are connected to our heart and they are intentions, things that we want for the betterment of not just ourselves but for the better of others, know that there is always a divine, intelligent energy. It's an invisible intelligence that is working with us to help us achieve the things we want, experience the things that we want, because it doesn't just benefit ourselves, it benefits the entire universe, the expansion of everything. And it wants nothing more than for us to actualize these amazing things, to make this world a better place by receiving the things that we want in this lifetime. So you're not alone. There are a lot of invisible helpers here rooting for you. So many times in our lives we don't allow ourselves to really relish in what we want. In this practice that we just did here together, we allowed ourselves to do something really amazing, is to let go of the old patterns of thinking related to what we want and just gave ourselves a little window, a little moment to dream, to turn on our imagination faculties in a constructive way instead of a destructive way, to really let ourselves melt into what it would feel like. And that is the first step. And if we keep returning to this, we will eventually, over time, even in our everyday life, we start to become a magnet, an energetic match to what we really want for ourselves, tuning into that new potential. So thank your heart today. Thank yourself today for being open enough to try this mental exercise. When you feel ready to let go of the dream, not entirely, just enough to release it and know that it is done. It is done. If you had some really intense emotions of gratitude and excitement and appreciation, know that you really did something here today. And even if you didn't, that's okay too. It's a practice. It's a skill. You get better at it the more you practice. Every time you return, it'll be a different experience. And just know that taking this time here today really makes waves. You can place your hands down if they're still on your heart. You can slowly begin to open your eyes. Hello. Welcome back. This would be a really great time to journal if anything specific was like, wow, you were really able to tap into something and you're kind of in the flow, right? Allow yourself to really bask in whatever energy you might have been able to cultivate, and maybe you can even take what energy you had in this moment and take it with you throughout the whole day. Thank you so much for doing this meditation with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear your thoughts or what came up for you in the comments below. Thank you for meditating with me.